Manny Fernandes, trainer of Ricardo. How's camp gone?
Very well, can't complain. Everything's on par. The weight's there, ready. Just waiting for Saturday. Going to put a big performance in.
How did sparring go? How did the training camp go leading up to this weekend?
Sparring's been excellent. Charlton Malajika was the main sparring partner, his brother, younger brother. Couldn't ask for better sparring, and we had Sabanda helping us as well. And then really the camp was excellent.
They say that Charlton's very similar to Jackson. Did you find that to be the case?
What I did do is I made Charlton throw a combination that Jackson does throw so that we could get used to that. And of course it made him put a lot of pressure on, which I expect Jackson's going to put a lot of pressure, come forward, going to bring the fight to us.
Do you see it going the distance?
A knockout's going to be at a bonus, but Ricardo's already improved and his strength and conditioning is excellent. So let's see.
Do you think Jackson's age and not being so active over the last couple of years will count against him?
No, I don't think so, because Jackson's a real professional, and he's got Damien Durandt, he's got all the experience from his late father, Nick Durandt, and we're expecting a crack of a fight. But Ricardo's on top of his game. We're going to win this fight. We need the win. That's what we need.
If Ricardo wins, you'll then be the IBO title in 2 weight divisions. What's the plan or strategy for that?
Well, I don't think Ricardo will defend that title, just depending on him, unless something big comes in that weight division. But I think we'll move back to junior bantamweight and then take it on from there.
Damien Durandt, trainer of Jackson Chalke. Let's get the white elephant out the room. Jackson's age, inactiveness in the ring, some saying that's going to count against him. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think so, to be honest. We've worked extremely hard for this fight and we've had a good camp. He started his camp in the beginning of December. Inactivity, he's been constantly in the gym, in and out of the gym throughout the whole of last year. We've had numerous fight opportunities and discussions, which obviously kept Jackson in the gym. And the age factor I don't see, to be honest. He's been sparring really well, he's been looking really good, and the way I look at Jackson, I just think he's able to do another 2, 3, 4 years of boxing. I'll give you an example. Sugarboy Malinga won the world title at 42 and again at 44. So I think the age factor is not something we need to consider with Jackson. He's not a fighter that's been in wars. He's a very clever operator. He knows how to move around the ring. He knows how to not get hit with big shots, and that gives you longevity in this game. And I think Jackson's got longevity. Would we have liked to have been out last year? Definitely. But a round or two and he'll shake it loose and he'll start to operate.
Known as a come forward type of fighter, is that what we're going to see on Saturday?
There's depends on the flow of the fight. Jackson's prepared for different versions of Ricardo that come for the fight, and how we're going to adjust the fight and how we need to adjust the fight as the fight progresses. We could have a 12 rounder in front of us. We could have an early night. Jackson is a good puncher. We've seen him hurt and stop guys in his career, and let's see as the fight progresses what I need to do with Jackson and how I need to push him during the fight.
Ricardo's been on the up the last couple of fights. He's really improving. What do you think's the biggest threat from him?
Look, he is improving. He's a young fighter. By young, he's 28, but he's inexperienced. He's had some good wins of late, and obviously he's IBO world champion, and we need to respect that. But I just believe Jackson's experience, the level of where Jackson's fought, and the IQ of Jackson is just a level above Ricardo. I believe Ricardo will be a good fighter as his age comes along and as he has more experience. I just think it's a step too soon for him.
It's difficult to not look past the fact that should you beat Ricardo, your rankings climb tremendously. You become an international name. A couple of doors might open for Jackson.
Look, Jackson is an international name. You must remember Jackson's been on a plane. He's been to Russia. He's won the WBC International in Russia, took it from the champion. He went to London to win the IBO world title. So Jackson is an international name. Ricardo's never featured abroad. Jackson's had to step offshore, go and win a world title and come back with it. So to be honest, I think Jackson's the bigger name. In the flyweight division, they all know who Jackson Chalke is, and that's why I think it's been difficult for us to get a unification fight or a shot at another title, because of how good Jackson is. Jackson's one of the very few fighters left that have been to the Olympics. He was at the Beijing Olympics in 2008, and he's a national asset. He's the only South African champion currently that's made 5 South African defenses of his title after accomplishing that, going on to win a world title. Ricardo doesn't have that pedigree. all of those things I've listed, Ricardo's never done. So Ricardo's still got a lot to accomplish, and that's what I believe is the difference between the two.
Prediction?
Jackson victorious, possibly a late stoppage.